I'm Dr. Paul with Chiropractic Personal Injury Marketing, and we're here with Dr. Winston. We just finished doing some marketing sessions with Dr. Winston, and one of the things that I asked Dr. Winston, I said, what's one of the things that you've learned relative to dealing with and marketing with attorneys?
Yes.
And you said,
well, it was really the three phases of healing that you have, and the adequate treatments that is specific for each particular phase of healing, and how it relates to the physiology of the human body and going through the healing process.
And specifically when we're talking about a personal injury case, that documentation is huge, isn't it?
Oh yes, you must have the proper, what they call value drivers, right, and proper biomarkers to make sure that the case stands and your notes are tight and that you will get paid in the end.
And really, when we talk about value markers and biomarkers, what are we really talking about? We're really talking about documenting the person's injury, right?
This is correct.
But they're real specific. That they're real specific, but we're really talking about documenting their injury and their progression, but it's in a very specific way, and being highly aware of it and being very sensitive to it.
Yeah.
And so what happens when, and you're learning, the more you do this, what do the attorneys want?
Well, the attorneys, they want it. They want it to be diagnosed properly. They want to make sure that you have proper treatment and that your notes are reflecting that they have the need for care. You have the duties under duress, the loss of enjoyment, and you have all these things that will increase the value of the case. And you must have this.
And by the way, let me interrupt you.
Yes.
We're not talking about falsely putting information in, are we?
No.
We're talking about being a better doctor, being a better researcher, being a better interrogator, being a better diagnostician, right?
Yes, yes.
In other words, this stuff is there or it's not there. You can't make it up.
Right.
But if you don't know about it, how easy is it to not even find them or document it?
You have to be aware. You must be aware. And that's why I think some chiropractors fall in the rut of doing the same old thing over and over and treating the patient like a cookie cutter, in and out. You got to really treat each patient like an individual and investigate their injury to the fullest. And you got to know what diagnosis codes to diagnose them with, and how you come across it with your outcome assessment tools, with your physical and functional capacity testing, with your chiropractic specific test and nerve test. And this is all based upon the patient's injury and their need for care.
Now, I don't know about you. They didn't teach me any of that in school. Did they teach you any of that?
Very little.
I mean, that's not something, personal injury is not something that's taught in school. That is really something you got to go out and hire specialists to kind of teach you those you need. And by the way, that's what we do.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I teach chiropractic personal injury documentation and marketing. That's what we do.
Yes.
So again, for more information, you can go to chiropracticpersonalinjurymarketing.com.